Hello and welcome. My name is Helene Hall, and today I want to be talking about The Master Keys by Charles F. Haanel. So this video is quite different to the other videos that I've done, and it's mainly because it's focusing on a particular book that is an incredibly old book, and I think somebody's published it, so you can get hold of it and it's easy to buy on Amazon. I first read this probably about maybe eight years ago, and I noticed a profound change in my life. Now the lessons that it takes you through is essentially you read a chapter, and each chapter is essentially a key or a lesson, and you have an activity that you need to do after it. And it's pretty much about training your brain, opening your mind, breaking through some preconceived ideas, getting you to be able to visualize, but it's really old. It's not something that is a new book. It's been around for many years. And I first came about it wasn't in book form, it was online. Somebody had a typed up version or had typed the content, and I managed to get my hands on it. I would thoroughly recommend for you to check it out if you're looking to 10x your life, to get control of your life, to change your life, to change your thoughts, to break out of the norm and get out of your comfort zone. This is a really interesting but very different kind of book to the normal mainstream. So I thought what I would do is just pull out some of the, the parts within the chapters. Now it literally has numbers. So chapter part 1, it has 1 to 45 sentences essentially, and each sentence it's a statement. So I thought I would read you some statements just so that you get a feel for the book and a little bit of a sense of if that's something that you would want to read and take further. Mind is creative, and conditions, environments, and all experiences in life are a result of our habitual or predominant mental attitude. Now, every single one of these statements you could take away and meditate on, or you could take away and ponder on, really interrogate and try and get the truth out of the sentence. I know it sounds a little bit long-winded, but it's almost like you've got a treasure trove, and you've got an opportunity to really change your life from where you are today into exactly where you want to be, and to increase or attract or create whatever you'd like. So doing these and doing this by interrogating it and really pondering on each of the items, I think is probably the best way of doing it, and getting the most out of the content. Now, for me, when I read books, I take what resonates and I discard what doesn't. Over the years I've learned that that's the best thing for me to do. Sometimes I can't even really digest or take in content of books if it's not meant for me to read at that time, or if I'm not really aligned with it to take it in. And I very much see knowledge as like a peeling of an onion. What you believe one day is not necessarily what you believe and understand the next, and more as you peel the onion or the apple core, you really get into the heart. And over the last, my goodness, a long time, probably 20 years, over the last 20 years, I've been peeling that onion and trying to get to the core. And out of that experience, this is something that I can recommend. And if you'd like to go on a personal development adventure, definitely pick up a copy of this book. There is a world within, a world of thought and feeling and power, of light and life and beauty, and although invisible, its forces are mighty. The world within is governed by mind, and when we discover this world, we find that the solution for every problem, the cause for every effect. And since the world within is subject to our control, all laws of power and possession are within our control. The world without is a reflection of the world within. What appears without is what has been found within. And in the world within may be found infinite wisdom, infinite power, an infinite supply of all that is necessary, waiting for unfoldment, development, and expression. If we recognize that these potentialities in the world within will take form in the world without, harmony in the world within will be reflected in the world without. By harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, the best of everything. It is the foundation of health and a necessary essential to all greatness, all power, all attainment and all achievement and all success. This is one that I like. It's that much gathers more is true on every plane of existence, and that loss leads to greater loss is equally true. Now for me, this is very much like attracts like. Sadness creates sadness, happiness creates happiness, joy creates joy, abundance creates abundance, lack creates lack. All possession is based on consciousness. All gain is the result of an accumulative consciousness. All loss is the result of scattered consciousness. This really rings true to me because, again, it's thoughts create our reality. So all possession, everything that we possess, is based on consciousness and our awareness. All gain is the result of accumulative consciousness, and all loss is the result of a scattered consciousness. We are related to the world within by the subconscious mind. The solar plexus is the organ of this mind. The sympathetic system of nerves presides over the subjective sensations such as joy, fear, love, emotion, respiration, imagination, and all other subconscious phenomena. It is through the subconscious that we are connected to the universal mind and brought into relation with the infinite constructive forces of the universe. This again is very similar to Einstein's theories and also Rupert Sheldrake's understanding of the morphic field. So again, there's reinforcements from science and from quantum physics that this is actually real and genuine. So it's not something to be just to dismiss because it's sometimes difficult to understand. And if you don't have a foundation of knowledge of quantum physics or of practical examples and experiences that this is real, it's very easy to discard and to throw away. Whereas if you actually have some experiences, it's easy to follow, easier to follow. Or if you have an understanding of quantum physics and the morphogenetic field, then again it's also easier to see how these things are related. The universal mind is static or potential energy. It simply is. It can manifest only through the individual, and the individual can manifest only through the universal. They are one. The ability of the individual to think is his ability to act on the universal and bring it into manifestation. Human consciousness consists only in the ability for man to think. Mind itself is believed to be a subtle form of static energy from which arises the activities called thought, which is a dynamic phase of the mind. Mind is static energy, thought is dynamic energy, and the two phases of the same thing. Therefore, thought is the vibratory force formed by converting static mind into dynamic mind. Every thought, therefore, is a cause, in every condition and effect. For this reason, it is absolutely essential that you control your thoughts so as to bring forth only desirable conditions. All power is from within and is absolutely under your control. It comes through exact knowledge and by the voluntary exercises of exact principles. So I'm going to leave it there. That's just a little taster of the Master Key Systems by Charles and Haanel. I will post a link to the name, and potentially I'll find somewhere where you can go and check it out online. But if you are looking to take your life to the next level, to go on a personal journey, and you fancy going through some exercises, I can tell you how many chapters it is. So part 1 has 45 points in it, and we go up to part, I think it's 24 parts. So the final lesson is number 24. So it's a small book, but it does take weeks to go through, because essentially you have an exercise to do it every chapter or every part. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope it's been thought-provoking. Please do leave your thoughts, comments in the chat below, on the comments below, and like and subscribe to the channel for more. If you do have any questions, if you have anything that in particular you want to ask, or different topics, or if you like the fact that I'm reading from the Master Key Systems, do let me know. There's so many books that I've read over the years. I think it would be really beneficial to share and give somebody's or another person's perspective on some of the books that's helped me, just to help another on the path. So take care, and I hope to see you around.